Good day, children. Today I'm going to teach a poem from your Beehive textbook. You have got two textbooks: Beehive, that's your prose and poetry, and Moments, your supplementary. So, in Beehive, I'm going to teach you a poem written by Robert Frost. The poem's name is The Road Not Taken. Road not taken. It means in our lives, every time we get two chances if we observe, right? One, we have to decide whether to take this road, which is of good, or the other road, which is bad. But we don't know which road is good, which road is bad, unless and until we have traveled it in our life. So, over here, Robert Frost tells about such dilemma, a confusion. Dilemma means confusion. He tries to tell the confusion which he had when he had to cross these two. So he had a confusion how to cross this. These roads were like a fork. Yes. So now he thought, if I take the first road, what about the second one? If it was less easy. So every time in our lives also we get to take decisions thinking this one or that one. So taking the right decision and not to repent upon it is what the poem tells about. So Robert Frost over here has written 4 stanzas of 5 lines each to teach us the road not taken should never be repented. So the first, I'll read the lines and then I'll explain to you line by line. Yes. 2 roads diverged in Yellowwood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveller, long I stood, and locked down once as far as I could. So to where it bent in the undergrowth. So now the poet is standing at a point where 2 roads diverged into the yellow wood. Wood means forest. Yellow means it was colorful. Yes, and now, and sorry I could not travel both. Can you travel by keeping one leg this side on the leg on the other side of the roads? No, you cannot. So that's what he means. I cannot travel both the roads at the same time. Then he says, the poet is feeling sorry that he could not travel both the roads at the same time. For example, you've got a choice in the hotel that you can choose any one of the items placed in front of you and you want to taste both. But tasting both will cost. So what do? You take the first one preferred. Yes, so you'll think that I will have the other one next time when I come. So in the same way, he was though feeling sorry about it, he made up his mind that someday he may cross the other road. And locked down once as far as I could. So what is he saying? He is going to go through the forest which might be full of animals, full of plants and the greenery around. He wants to lock his mind to a particular direction. Yes, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Undergrowth is from a long time it has been growing in that particular, those trees have been growing in the forest. He wanted to just go through it. He just wanted to he just wanted to go and be. And what is diverged? Difference. Okay, so he wanted to cross through the different side of the forest, enjoying those plants and trees which have been growing from a long time. And he is also telling that he is very thoughtful. His mood is right now very thoughtful and regretful. He is feeling sorry that he is not able to travel the other road. At the same time, he is very thoughtful about the road which he is going to cross now. He doesn't know whether the road he is crossing now is peaceful, with no hurdles, with no obstacles in it. He should reach his destination without any disturbance. Now, going to the second stanza. Then took the other just as fair, and having perhaps a better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for the passing there, had worn them really about the same. Now over here the poet is talking about the roads of the forest which he has chosen to walk. He says that the poet has taken the other road because he felt that it was more challenging, because it was more adventurous to travel on his own, because it seems as if only few people have taken that particular road. Sometimes we have this long distance and short distance. We always go to the short distance to reach our place quickly. So the long distance is something where you can enjoy and walk actually, but we do not take due to the time contents. So over here he says that he's going to enjoy those roads, he's going to enjoy those places because no one has traveled it. He can go to the other part of the road and tell about it. Yes, then he is also saying that he has discovered that the other side of the road, when he reaches the other side of the road, he will feel that if he had come from the other side, the two roads, the second road, maybe he would have had the same entertainment, enjoyment. It is just like the fox story. Since it didn't get the grapes, it said it was sore. Yes, but over here he says, if I had taken that road also, maybe I would have enjoyed the same way. And he says, he talks about these lines, tells that he loves adventures, he loves challenges. Which line says that? He says that though as for that the passing there had warned them really about the same. So these lines actually tell us that it is very, very interesting. He says that both the roads might be as interesting as the first one which he has traveled. So now there are some words which we have, like fair. What is fair? Not the color fair. Fair means which is justable, which is good, which is decided perfectly. F-A-R-E means cost, F-A-I-R means perfect or good. Now going to the third stanza. And both that morning equally lay in leaves, no step had trodden back. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted it if I should ever come back. So now the poet in this poem chooses the second road. He chose the second road, and he says that the second road was over the first road, thinking that he would come to it some other day. But he also says that it is very unlikely, it may not happen. Why should he cross this? Why should he cross the distance again? He may not go to the place where he has to cross the other road. His work is finished over there. But if by chance he has to go to some work to that particular place, and that time he will take the second road. And he also says that both over here refers to the two roads in different directions. And he says trodden. What do you mean by trodden in these lines? He means crushed. Yes, the leaves under the feet, the way he is walking, they have been crushed a lot. The road which he has walked by, he has seen that the leaves have been crushed a lot. That means many people had walked over it. So what he thought about the road, yes, what he thought about the road is that people have taken both the roads equally maybe, and he was wrong in thinking so, because the leaves when he saw, they have been crushed inside the ground. That means many people have walked over it. And he's also saying that he may never ever get a chance to come back. Yes, and the first road when he saw in the front, the leaves were fresh. He thought that many people haven't walked over it, and he should have tried that particular road also. And we have a rhyme scheme in the whole poem which crosses as A, B and AB. Okay, so you have to remember the rhyme schemes also. That is, the last words of the poem which rhymes the same will come as A, the first line and the third line, the second line and the fourth line. Sometimes the first line word end and the second line word end are same, then you get AA. Okay, so over here, these lines, these words tell us about the poet that he still has a confusion. Though he walks over the other road, he's still thinking about the first road. He's thinking, why didn't I take it? Will I ever get a chance to cross those particular places? Will I be able to cross the first road? Would it have been so interesting as this is, or it would have been more than this? Then the last stanza he says, I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference. So the poet took the road which was less travelled, as it was grassy and less worn. Okay, so he hasn't taken the road which was used. He took the road which was less used, but felt that maybe this was also used by people in his course of walking. Then he also regrets that, he also feels bad that he should have taken the first road itself than the second road. Now the writer is so confused. He is still confused that why did I take this when I should have taken the other one. This actually, the term road over here, it tells about the opportunities and choices. Many times in our life we get two choices. We always get confused whether the one which we are still here is correct or we should have taken the other one. Once you come out of the comfort zones in your life, you will always flourish. Okay, so over here opportunities and choices are taken place of road. So he says all this with a sigh. Sigh is, what do you mean by a sigh? You're taking a deep breath when you have finished some work or you are away from some problem. So over here he takes the deep sigh and says, I am happy that I have taken this particular road because I am very, very adventurous. At the same time, I still have somewhere down in my heart, I should have taken the other road also. But he is contented with the thought of taking this road because he wanted to see what happens to try something which we have never tried in our life. Okay, so this poem, Road Not Taken, always tells about our feelings, about our thoughts, because we always get confused about things which we have not done or which we have left back. Hope you have understood the poem. Stay home, stay safe, and read the poem if you get the textbook and you will understand it better. Thank you. Have a great day.